of intelligentsia. I welcome you all to this online workshop on Public Education Policy 2020. Without further delay, as our chief guest has joined the session, I now request Dr. Tanu Srivastava ma'am to kindly ma'am for the Saraswati Vandana.
I request Dr. Akil Ahmed to mute the participants if you find some noise from their side.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I hope I was not audible enough.
Yes. Your voice was not clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I now request Dr. Tanu Srivastava ma'am, in accordance with our tradition, to present the Saraswati Vandana.
Okay.
Tanu ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. गीत दे स्वर दे हमें सद्ज्ञान दे, गीत दे स्वर दे हमें सद्ज्ञान दे, हम तेरे हमको बस अपना ध्यान दे, गीत दे स्वर दे हमें सद्ज्ञान दे, सारे ही रस छंद है अनुचय तेरे, गीत तेरे गान तेरे स्वर तेरे, दे मनोज जीवन तो यश भी दान दे, गीत दे स्वर दे हमें सद्ज्ञान दे, सूर्य चंदा तारे सारे हैं तेरे, धर्म ध्वज सारे सहारे हैं तेरे, हमको अपनी प्रीत का वरदान दे, गीत दे स्वर दे हमें सद्ज्ञान दे, हम तेरे हमको बस अपना ध्यान दे, गीत दे स्वर दे हमें सद्ज्ञान दे, जल पवन सामन रहे वर दे हमें, परहिते जीवन रहे वर दे हमें, हर डगर में प्रेम का उत्थान दे, गीत दे स्वर दे हमें सद्ज्ञान दे, हम तेरे हमको बस अपना ध्यान दे, गीत दे स्वर दे हमें सद्ज्ञान दे।
Thank you, ma'am. Without further delay, I will now request our respected Professor Dr. Rajnikant Pandey, sir, Director UGC-HRDC, DDUGU University, for the welcome address. Respected sir.
UGC Human Resource Development Center Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gorakhpur विश्वविद्यालय द्वारा आयोजित राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 के ऑनलाइन।
सर आवाज आपकी धीमी से मुझे लगता है, अनम्यूट कर लीजिए।
आ रही है आवाज?
बहुत स्लो आ रही है सर।
आवाज आ रही है सर?
बहुत स्लो।
अब आ रही है आवाज?
यस सर, यस
आ रही सर, आ रही।
UGC Human Resource Development Center दीनदयाल उपाध्याय गोरखपुर विश्वविद्यालय द्वारा आयोजित राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 के ऑनलाइन कार्यक्रम के अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर राजेश सिंह जी, माननीय कुलपति दीनदयाल उपाध्याय।
Hardly audible actually.
Yes, its sound is very low, sir.
तो इसको अब पूरा फुल
मुझे लगता है कि
सर सिस्टम का वॉल्यूम चेक कर लेते हैं 100% है या नहीं।
वॉल्यूम तो पूरा।
सुधाकर जी, सर को मोबाइल से कनेक्ट करा दीजिए। ईयरफोन हटा करके भी सर डायरेक्ट कर लीजिए। ईयरफोन हटा के डायरेक्ट करिए।
अब आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ ठीक है सर।
यस।
इस कार्यक्रम के मुख्य अतिथि और मुख्य वक्ता प्रोफेसर अन्नपूर्णा नौटियाल जी, माननीय कुलपति हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा विश्वविद्यालय श्रीनगर गढ़वाल उत्तराखंड। कार्यक्रम के कोऑर्डिनेटर प्रोफेसर अजय कुमार शुक्ल जी, को कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर मनीष कुमार पांडे जी। इस कार्यक्रम में मैं आप सभी लोगों का स्वागत करता हूं। मुख्यतः प्रोफेसर अन्नपूर्णा नौटियाल जी, जिन्होंने कि मेरे निवेदन को स्वीकार करके इस महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम में अपनी भागीदारी की तत्काल सहमति प्रदान की। मैडम इस समय हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा विश्वविद्यालय श्रीनगर गढ़वाल में कुलपति है। इसके पूर्व आप इसी विश्वविद्यालय में राजनीति विज्ञान विभाग की अध्यक्ष रही हैं और आपकी जो इंटरेस्ट का एरिया है वह इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन है, लेकिन आप क्षेत्रीय और राष्ट्रीय मुद्दों, विशेष रूप से पहाड़ी क्षेत्रों में महिला सशक्तिकरण की समस्या में भी आपकी गहरी रुचि है। आपकी रुचि यात्रा करने में भी है। आप जॉर्ज मेसन यूनिवर्सिटी फेयरफैक्स वर्जीनिया के सार्वजनिक और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मामलों के विभाग में फुल ब्राइट विजिटिंग प्रोफेसर भी रही हैं। आपने बहुत सारी पुस्तकें भी लिखी हैं, लेकिन जो महत्वपूर्ण उनकी पुस्तकें हैं जो काफी चर्चा में रहती हैं, द रोल ऑफ हेनरी किसिंजर इन वर्ल्ड पॉलिटिक्स 1987, इंडिया इन द न्यू वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर 1995, ये दो महत्वपूर्ण आपकी पुस्तकें हैं। और नए युग में भारत की विदेश नीति की चुनौतियां। तो आपकी जो शैक्षणिक उपलब्धियां हैं उससे पूरा शैक्षिक जो जगत है प्रभावित होता रहता है। आपकी प्रशासनिक उपलब्धियां भी हैं और निश्चित रूप से आपने अपने व्यस्त कार्यक्रम में से ये समय निकाला है। इसके लिए हम आपका वंदन करते हैं, अभिनंदन करते हैं, स्वागत करते हैं। दीनदयाल उपाध्याय गोरखपुर विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति माननीय प्रोफेसर राजेश सिंह जी, जो लगातार राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 के क्रियान्वयन में विश्वविद्यालय में बहुत अधिक इसको ध्यान दे रहे हैं और काफी हद तक इस विश्वविद्यालय को उसका अनुरूप ढालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। मैं इस अवसर पर उनका भी स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूँ। इस कार्यक्रम में लगभग कल 200 से ज्यादा प्रतिभागियों ने, शिक्षक मित्रों ने भाग लिया था और आज भी लगभग उनकी उतनी ही संख्या है। ये YouTube पर भी ऑनलाइन इस कार्यक्रम को प्रसारित किया जा रहा है। तो मैं इन सभी शिक्षक प्रतिभागियों को जो कि इस कार्यक्रम में शामिल हो रहे हैं उनका भी स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूँ। आज के विषय में, आज का जो विषय है वह कॉमन यूनिवर्सिटी एंट्रेंस टेस्ट है और ये बड़ी प्रसन्नता की बात है कि इस विषय पर बोलने के लिए हमारे बीच में प्रोफेसर अन्नपूर्णा नौटियाल जी मौजूद हैं। इसलिए इस विषय पर विस्तार में चर्चा नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि उसके लिए हमने अतिथि को आमंत्रित ही किया है। लेकिन एक प्रयास है नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति का, जिसके द्वारा सभी केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालयों में एक साथ कॉमन एंट्रेंस टेस्ट कराया जाएगा और खास तौर से जो सुदूर ग्रामीण क्षेत्र के बच्चे हैं उनके लिए एक नया प्लेटफॉर्म, एक नया अवसर तैयार करने की कोशिश की गई है। इस पर विस्तृत रूप से माननीय प्रोफेसर अन्नपूर्णा नौटियाल जी का वक्तव्य होगा। पुनः मैं आप सभी लोगों का हार्दिक स्वागत, वंदन और अभिनंदन करता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir, for those insightful words. I now request our respected coordinator, sir, Professor Dr. Ajay Kumar Shukla, sir, to kindly throw some light on the importance and relevance of the workshop. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chaya. It's my proud privilege to be invited to say a few words on the subject of today's workshop. Respected Vice Chancellor, the chairperson of this workshop, Professor Rajesh Singh ji, who will join very soon. The guest speaker of today's workshop, Professor Annapurna Nautiyal Madam, Director UGC-HRDC, Professor Rajnikant Pandey ji, Co-Coordinator Dr. Manish Pandey, and dear participants. First of all, I would like to welcome you all on this digital platform and express my special thanks to Professor Annapurna Nautiyal, who has accepted our invitation and is sparing her valuable time with us to deliver her enlightening lecture on CUET. It's so nice that when I had our director and I also had a talk with ma'am, she responded so promptly that I personally was very much impressed by her behavior, and she was willing to deliver her lecture on CUET. Yesterday, ma'am, I would like to tell you, Honorable Professor S.P.M. Tripathi, Vice Chancellor, Indira Gandhi National Tribal University, delivered his lecture on multidisciplinary education. And we are planning 4 lectures on different topics. This lecture is going to be very helpful, I think, for the students and for the teachers who are going to guide the students. When NEP was introduced, we had some important points which were the talk of the day and which were very boldly published in the newspapers, that gross enrollment ratio from the current 26% to 50% by 2035. Multidisciplinary center in every district by 2030. National Research Foundation will be established. NAC will guide all the accreditation center of the universities. HECI will perform the central role. Then efforts will be taken to set up national recruitment agency. Universities will be allowed to open distance learning OTL programs. There will be the National Education Technology Forum, NETF. Now, these are the points related to higher education. But apart from that, there was a very significant point which was there in the national education policy, and that was common entrance test for universities. Now, you see, the crux of national education policy, as was discussed yesterday, is based on the 5 important pillars: affordability, accessibility, quality, equity, and accountability. Now, these are the 5 pillars on which national education policy is built. Actually, it's based. This is the base of NEP. And I think this common entrance test is a step ahead related to national education policy, because it is talking about affordability, accessibility, quality, equity, and accountability. Now, CUET, we always say CUET, but if we want to pronounce it, we can call it cute. So really, it's a cute proposal for the students, I hope. And this is CUET, Common University Entrance Test, or the Central University Entrance Test. And the purpose of this is that Central University's Common Entrance Test will be a common entrance test for admissions into 45 plus Central Universities in India, and it will be conducted by, say, NTA, National Testing Agency. There was a time, last year, I was just discussing it with some, aspiring students. So they said, I asked, how much percentage do you have? They said 97%. So are you going to admit it in Delhi University? No. Percentile is 99. So that was actually the talk of the time, last year. But why is this CUET important? Until 2022, each Central University had a distinct mechanism for taking admissions into their UG and PG programs. Now, in order to unify this process, Education Ministry had introduced this CUET that, as I have just told you, will be conducted by NTA as a common exam for admissions into all the central universities of India. Now, CUET for admission to different programs for participating central universities will provide a single window opportunity to the students to seek admission in these participating universities across the country. If somebody asks me that what do you think, why is this CUET important and what is the relevance of this CUET? So my first answer will be the equal opportunity to each student. And this is what NEP is talking about. That every student wishes to get admission to their preferred university. However, due to the immense weightage of the 12th marks, they are not able to get admissions in their dream university. Now here in CUET, 12th cutoff based marks will not play any important role. So that will be equal opportunity for every student. And then the second point, which I think is the end to subjective bias. There is no subjective bias. If, say, for example, I get highest marks in physics and I'm not able to get good marks in biology, so that is not going to affect. Then what I think is the clarity of rank. When admissions used to happen, there was not the clarity of rank. But this time, there will be the clarity of rank, because we are going to apply for CUET. We have selected some options of the university, rank will be displayed, and ultimately the student will be admitted. Then the next point, which I think is the end to cutoff wrestling. You see, some universities were organizing, say, entrance examinations. Some universities were organizing, say, merit-based. So there was actually chaos as far as the cutoff was concerned. So that will also put to an end. And here, equal opportunity to each university. So there will be a kind of, there will be no disparity. There will be parity in each and everything. Now, this CUET, I think, is going to be a game changer. And as NEP is talking about, it is talking about inclusive education. It's going to include each and every person. If you have the merit, apply for that. If you are in the merit, you'll be selected and you will get your dream universities. These points and much more by our guest speaker, who is a renowned personality in this field and doing wonderful in her university. I think she will throw a great light on this particular subject. And our participants, I would like to tell ma'am that more than around 245 teachers from different universities and colleges are participating in this workshop, and they will carry this message to their college and the universities, and that is going to be very fruitful for the students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for those thought-provoking address, and I definitely hope that it surely sets a perfect platform for the upcoming sessions. We have our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, with us. Shall we proceed for sir's address, sir?
Sir is busy. I think he has some other.
Let our chief guest speak, then I'll speak.
Sir, please, sir. That will be.
Without further delay, I'll now request our chief guest, ma'am, Professor Dr. Annapurna Nautiyal, ma'am, to kindly address us and enlighten us with her deep erudition. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And at the outset, I would like to first express my sincere apology for joining the program late and letting you all wait for my joining because of some technical issues. And you know, it's everywhere present. So, and also I would like to express my gratitude and thanks to Professor Amarmani Tripathi ji, who requested me to deliver this lecture on CUT. And it's my pleasure to see that Professor Rajesh Singh, Vice Chancellor, is also there, because ultimately it's the duty of the Vice Chancellors of every university to see how CUT is going to take place in their universities. So I'm very happy that he is here, and I'm delighted to see him online. And someday we would be able to meet offline also, I hope. And I would also like to say my thanks to Professor Rajnikant Pandey, who is the coordinator of HRDC of Gorakhpur University, and Professor Ajay Kumar Shukla, who has been coordinating with me and sending in the morning also sending so many messages that please join. Actually, I had joined, but due to some technical issue, I got disconnected. So it took some time to again join me. And I would also like to say thanks to Manish Kumar Pandey and all the faculty members who are associated with the HRDC of the DDU University, Gorakhpur. And I'm very happy to see the teachers from different parts of different parts of the country, maybe mainly from UP or from other places also. So on behalf of the HNB Garhwal University, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you and also express my gratitude and thanks to the Vice Chancellor and to the whole team for inviting me for this lecture. And I think my task has already been done by Professor Ajay Shukla. Most of the things he has already covered. So there are very few things which I can speak on CUET. Actually, my take is that this system is going to take us towards an equitable education system. So equity is the basis. As Professor Ajay Shukla also said that equity, access, affordability, these are the pillars of NEP. And we are going towards a good access through NEP. But unless we have equity, we cannot say that we have access to each and every facility. As you know, all of us know that India is a country full of diversity. This diversity is reflected in each and every arena, from cultural to religious, socio-economic, political, linguistic, but other diversities are also there. Like we have tremendous geographical diversities. We have climatic diversity. We have environmental diversity. We have developmental diversity. And on top of it, we have different kind of educational landscapes. Different kind of, like we have public universities, we have private universities, we have aided colleges, we have government colleges. There is diversity of all kinds which we witness in India. And this diversity of socio-economic, cultural, it has made India a very vibrant society. We are a vibrant society in all the respect. And due to this, we are a fully functional democracy. Because every culture, every religion, and every area has got some kind of diversity, and they have their right to celebrate that kind of diversity, which is very important for the growth of India and for the sustenance of its democratic practices. Now, this has given a very powerful voice to India in international arena also. And we can see it. We can see it by the way India is conducting itself in international relations, in diplomatic relations, in the international arena. Now, India is not that submissive power, but India wants to see the world that now it is also a power to reckon with. And now it is the time to listen to what India is saying. And this has been very aptly described by a book by our Foreign Minister, S. Jaishankar, The India Way. I think it's a very, very good book on the contemporary international relations and how we are conducting ourselves in international relations. And this powerful voice is reflected through various forums which we see emerging or already emerged. Now, coming to again to that diversity concept. This diversity has provided us a much needed breathing space. We can breathe easily because all the segments of the society, as we know that in political science or in other subjects, we say that we swim and sail together. Live and let live. Jio or jeene do. This is our philosophy. So this Jio or jeene do Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam is our basis of breathing, is our basis when we talk about Sarve Bhavanti Sukhina. हम कहते हैं सबका कल्याण हो. So this provides us a breathing space that we are not only wishing well for ourselves, but for everyone. Not only for human beings, but even for other kind of species also. But there is a problem. And the problem is in the educational diversity. This diversity which prevails across India in different educational systems, it has limited the basic and fundamental right of an individual. And what is that right? That is right to equality. Right to equality, and this is depriving many people, many groups, many subgroups of the equality of opportunity. They don't get the same opportunities which other different groups are getting. So this is a very disturbing situation. Unless we have equity, unless we have equality of opportunity, how will we sail together? How will we talk about sabka saath, sabka vikas or sabka vishwas? For sabka saath or sabka vikas, we need equality of opportunity in all the arenas, and particularly in the arena of education. So this is the main crux of the problem, that in higher education, especially the students, especially I am talking about the students who live in the remote, inaccessible and climatically dangerous geographical and underdeveloped zones of India. They are deprived of this kind of equality, which is our fundamental right, which has been given by the Constitution of India. And this diversity is also reflected by the different kinds of boards which are prevailing in India. And every board has a different kind of parameter to assess the knowledge, the intellect, and the capacity of a student. So there are variation in marks. Some of the deserving students who deserve to be in a very good institution, they are left out. They are dropped from the competition because of this kind of diversity. And this diversity is not at all healthy. So therefore, our educational landscape of India, about which NEP talks, that NEP wants to integrate the whole educational system from primary to higher. There should be integration of educational system. And this integration is missing. This integration we never find anywhere. So how would we implement the NEP in an integrated form in India? So from primary to higher education, if we have to talk about integration of all the educational aspects, educational systems, we have to look into this angle. And this is very important angle. So there are landscapes educational landscapes. And these educational landscapes are not very healthy. They have been painted in different kind of canvas with unhealthy practices and undesirable diversity. Because it's man-made. Diversity is human-made, made by the institutions. So thus, it has increased the dilemma of the students who live in remote areas, rural areas, geographically different areas, and for their parents also. Because every parent wants that his or her ward should be studying in a good educational setup. But this diversity deprives them from that kind of opportunity and that kind of right. Because there is a lack of single window for providing admission into institutions. Now comes the CUT, Common University Entrance Test. This single window was missing before the introduction of CUET, which is one of the most important parameters of NEP, because it was clearly stated in the document of NEP that there would be a single entrance test for all the institutions to get integrated with the educational system. So the CUT is a attempt to integrate the educational system and to provide equitable educational system to all the education institutions of India. And also the deprivation which was being faced by the students of the deprived communities, deprived areas of remote and rural areas, they can also be brought out into the mainstream of educational landscape. This is very, very important. Now, they would get the benefit irrespective of their geographical, linguistic, and cultural diversity. And I think this will be a great leveler. It will provide a level playing field to each and every student, and the ground will be open for each and every student to play from anywhere. So this is the idea of CUET. And I think it's a brilliant idea, because this aspect, which was promoting diversity, was depriving the youth of India from getting equal access to all the educational institutions, or equity. So now equity is being addressed, and the access, equity, and affordability and integration of educational system is now in the right path with the inception of CUET. And now we are into that zone when we are planning to implement NEP from session 22-23. And every university is geared up for this introduction of NEP. Now, from where do we get our students? We will get our students through CUET. And this task of providing students to all the universities across the spectrum, firstly, it is for the central universities, but other universities or state universities are also not deprived of this opportunity. If they want to join it, they can join it. That's why earlier it was central universities common entrance test, but now it is only common university entrance test, so that every university can participate in it and take benefit of it. Now, NTA has taken this responsibility, National Testing Agency, and it is not a very easy job for NTA also. It's a Herculean job. Herculean job to provide, first of all, registration, and then take test of those registered students, so that they can take admission on the basis of the score which has been received by the test, which will be taken by NTA. So now the boards have become irrelevant because the marking system of boards were also very, very diverse. Some of the boards were very lenient, some of the boards were very hard marking, and some of the boards did not care about anything. So now there is equity. The entrance test will be the main merit through which a student will be admitted into an institution of his choice. And there is one financial aspect which is also included in this CUET. That is, financial aspect is that the student has to fill up only one form. And in that form, the student can fill up multiple choices of universities. Of course, admission will be on the basis of the score as well as the policy of the university. But the university, only with the help of only one form, the student can think of getting admission into any of the universities. Now, talking about again the boards, like Professor Ajay Shukla also said, that the competition was so tough that even the student who was scoring 99%, he or she was not assured that they will get admission to the institution of their choice. Now, how many marks the student can score after 99? And even the 99% marks were not sufficient. So the this CUT ends this kind of system, and it allows the student to be part of that CUET and also to get admission in any of the university throughout India without any bias. If he or she scores good marks according to the criteria of that university, then I think there is no stopping to that student. Now the CUT is not only test, but it provides variety. And that variety is of options. And this variety is like 27 subjects are there and 33 languages and general tests to choose from. So it's a huge variety from where the student have the power to choose. So the power of choice is also being given to the student, which was earlier not existent. Not only this, as I said in the beginning, that India is a diverse country and we have linguistic diversity. So to mitigate the constraints of the linguistic diversity, the exam, the test will be conducted into 13 Indian languages. And these 13 Indian languages are those languages which are known to that area. So the student has
It's technical, I think.
Yes, sir.
सर वो मैम की आवाज कट गई.
I think there is some technical issue from our side.
Yes sir.
I think she'll be joining very soon. Some network issue is there. So should we wait for her, Honorable VC sir?
Sir, VC sir is also not here.
No, Vice Chancellor sir is there. He is there.
आप बात कर लीजिए फोन से उनसे.
हाँ, मैं फोन किया हूँ सर, लेकिन कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा वो भी.
हाँ.
मुझे लगता है शायद आज उनके अंदर कोई नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम, इसलिए जुड़ने के टाइम भी दिक्कत हुई.
बताएं, नहीं तो मैं आई कैन स्टार्ट, लेकिन रिसेंटली लगता है.
जी जी सर.
जस्ट ट्राई वंस मोर देन आई कैन स्टार्ट.
Wait for 2-3 more minutes.
सर मैडम ज्वाइन कर रही हैं.
I'm again so sorry.
Okay.
Actually,
welcome,
yesterday we had a very heavy rain, and it was very windy, and so I think the connections are disturbed somewhat. So I am getting disconnected again and again, and this has been happening since the morning. So I'm so sorry again. And
all right, ma'am. And the lecture is going very well, ma'am. Very.
I don't know, but I'm so sorry that your Vice Chancellor was also there, and he must be thinking that what kind of a Vice Chancellor they have invited.
It's fine, madam. I understand. I understand. I really appreciate it.
This is
You are
not
here
in
again.
my hand.
I really appreciate it. You are here. I have been also in Almora for 6 years, so I understand problems of hills. Sometimes it happens. Please, you continue, please.
And again, there is a. लगभग उनके पॉइंट्स कवर हो गए, तो आई थिंक शी विल कम एंड कंक्लूड बिकॉज़
चलिए, आई कैन स्टार्ट.
सर
अगर वो कनेक्ट हो जाएंगी तो फिर उनको कंटिन्यू कराएंगे हम लोग.
जी 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 जी.
ठीक है ना, आप इसको देख लीजिए.
मैं सर आपको इनवाइट करने के लिए डॉक्टर छाया.
Yes, sir.
Please invite our honorable VC sir.
It gives me a sense of immense honor and pleasure to invite a person of deep learning, great wit, and one of the luminaries of the intelligentsia. I now request Professor Dr. Rajesh Singh sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, DDUGU Gorakhpur University, to kindly address us with his insightful words. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Chaya. I'm happy to be the part of this program today. The chief guest of today, I don't know whether she's connected or not, Professor Annapurna Nautiyal. I know her, very great scientist, educationist. Honorable Vice Chancellor of HNP Garhwal University, Srinagar, Garhwal. Dr. Rajnikant Pandey, Director of UGC-HRDC, Professor Ajay Kumar Shukla, coordinator of this workshop, Dr. Manish Kumar Pandey, co-coordinator of this workshop, participant, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to be the part of this series of lectures being directed by UGC to be organized as a guest speaker, being the Central University Vice Chancellor. Because it is presumed that central universities are doing pretty well in adoption of new education policy than we are, these state universities are doing. It's more smooth in Central University because we have better infrastructure in Central Universities. We have less students. Students are very less. The ratio of teacher into student is very low. It is very high in university like Gorakhpur University. We have for university we have around 1:50 ratio. That's very high.
Sorry again. Sorry. Sorry again. Yeah, please you continue. You please continue.
Now, madam, please, we were waiting just because there was a gap and you are welcome.
No, no,
आप
no.
invite करिए मैडम को conclude करने के लिए.
नहीं,
Ma'am, I
आप
think
इसको conclude
you
कर दीजिए आप.
have covered most of the points. Now you can conclude, ma'am.
I think the internet already concluded me. So, okay, yes, okay. So I would just like to say a few words more, and then I think before I get disconnected again, I should finish it. And I would be very happy to listen to your Vice Chancellor also, but the internet should be there. So I was just saying that that through a single form, the students can opt to join many universities. This choice was missing earlier. So this is a great step. Now, any student living in the remotest corner of India, he or she can think of getting into the big league universities, like we talk about Delhi University, JNU, BHU, Hyderabad, and many other universities on the basis of the CUET score. So I think it's a great leveler. It's a great equity which has been granted to the students by this step and by the NEP, of course. And this is also going to make the whole admission policy very easy, not only for the students, but also for the faculties and for the whole university administration, because the entrance will be through CUET, and the marks of that CUET will be added in their admission. So the marks of the board will become irrelevant. And the only score which will be counted, that will be the score of the CUET test. So I think this is a very important aspect of CUET, which we should and we must tell the students that why it is very important for them to go for this test. And there would be many centers which has been established by NTA, even in those areas where they were not earlier existing. So the NTA is trying to approach or to reach to the student with the aim that no student is left out of this CUET. And I think it's a very, very big spirit. It's a very big spirit. Like we talked about Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, ki koi bhi chhatra padhne se na chhute. Similarly, this is also the aim of NTA, that any student who is interested, he or she should not be left from giving this examination. That's how many centers have been created, established with facilities, because this test will be first time computer-based entrance test. There will not be any pen and pencil test. And the questions will be MCQ based, multiple choice questions. And the issue of connectivity can also be there. That is a possibility. Like I am in this meeting, I have been out of this meeting several times because of the connectivity issue. But I hope at that time the examination are scheduled in July. So the connectivity issue will also be taken care of. So there would not be any hiccups, because there are so many hiccups and they ought to be there, because this test is going to be conducted for the first time in such a big scale. earlier there was a common central universities entrance test, and it was conducted by the 14 central universities. All central universities were not part of that. But now all the central universities are part of this test, and they will take the students from the CUET score. So this will be a situation where a parallel will be created. An equitable system will be created for the students so that every student will be benefited. But of course, yes, there are two things which I would like to say that this could be problem. One is the connectivity, and the another is if the students are less computer savvy, if they don't know how to operate the system and how to take that test online, this can create some kind of problem. So I think it is our duty also, particularly of the universities which are located in remote geographical areas, rural areas. It is the duty of the universities to make the students aware, because there are several apprehensions among the mind of the students also that what is going to happen. So now it is the duty of the universities to go to the students to conduct outreach program for the sake of students. And in our university, we have taken several steps. We constituted several teams to go, because we cater 7 hill districts. So we sent the team to all the areas to popularize this test. And for our university, I think the registration is more than 2 lakh. More than 2 lakh. And even for the PG courses also, there is because now PG is also part of CUET. PG courses, I was talking about UG course, but now for PG also there would be CUET. So in PG also, the date is open. They have opened the date, and there is a closing date also. And if I remember correctly, it is 18th of June. So, or maybe later. So the PG and later on PhD will be part of this. So now everything depends on the universities also, that how do they take it? How do they create awareness among the students? Because students are still unaware. This we have seen ourselves, that they don't know anything and they are still very casual. And this is the, I think this is one of the saddest part of our education system, that we are unable to produce the students who are aware, who have the capability of critical thinking, and who are also aware about their rights, their duties, and also they have inquisitive minds, innovative minds. So this is also a lacuna of our educational system, that we are just producing, we are keep on producing the educated youth, and that youth is not that capable of even handling the challenges which this new era is giving to us. Now, there are so many new courses which are being offered, like artificial intelligence, machine learning. Hello? Hello?
Yes, yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yeah, because now this computer connectivity, I think I am not able to join with it. So my point is that we have to prepare such students who are curious, who are innovative, who have that capacity of critical thinking, and also we also need creative students. So now, because we are also aiming to make our citizens, local citizens, global citizens. So we have to bring that kind of parity also into the education system. And we also need to promote the capacity of from what to think to how to think. And this is also possible when we propagate awareness among the students. So awareness is fundamental for innovation, for invention, for information, for content developing, for structures, for ability, for access, for quality. And then we are entering into the digital age. And if we don't learn the ABC of the digital age, we will not be able to produce good citizens. So the only thing is that now CUET has provided us a platform to bring students or to give the students the equity which was missing earlier. And now no student can complain that I was trying to take admission in that university, but I could not take it. So now they are on the equal platform. And now they have to prove themselves in the CUET and their score. So this is also, I think this is just the beginning. I'll not say that we have taken off. We are yet to take off. So this is just the beginning, and this is one of the most important and primary step of NEP. The next step will be more challenging when we'll be applying NEP, when we will be implementing NEP in all universities with revised pattern of certificate, diploma, and degree course. So thank you for listening me, and also your patience for my going and coming in so many times. And I'm sorry for this kind of technological mishap which has happened today. So I'm really very sorry, and I extend my all good wishes to everyone, and my special thanks to the Vice Chancellor, Professor Rajesh Singh ji, who has been sitting so patiently throughout my going and coming in. And I'm sorry, and I hope I made some sense, and some of the intricacies of CUT and some of the benefits of CUT could be understood by the audience. So thank you once again for inviting me, and now I am waiting to listen to Professor Rajesh Singh ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It was really very nice. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor has also been waiting for that, though he has some very important other engagements, but he's very keen to listen to you. And ma'am, very beautifully you have related equity and affordability, two important pillars with CUT. And as you have just said, that this is just the beginning actually, and it is going to be a game changer in the domain of education. You have also pointed out some very important points like financial aspect, that a student who was applying in 20 center universities or 15 center universities had to deposit at least 15,000 rupees, 1,000 per university. So he is going to save the amount. You have also emphasized on the liberty, that how from 27 subjects, 33 languages, he or she will select the topics. And as for the linguistic diversity is concerned, CUT is going to give 13 languages to the candidates. You have also talked about some challenges like connectivity problem, and also the computer savviness, whether the students are computer savvy or not. And some new technology like artificial intelligence and machine learning you have also talked about. So it was wonderful listening to you, ma'am. Now over to you, Dr. Chaya, for invitation of Honorable Vice Chancellor. Over to you, Chaya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that wonderful summing up of ma'am's deliberation. And I now again request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to kindly continue with the address. Respected sir.
Thank you, Chaya. I really appreciate Professor Annapurna Nautiyal ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor of HNB Garhwal University, known academician, very positive temperament. She is really justified as a guest speaker we have selected. In fact, it is a plan of UGC, because there is a lot of things being debated about NEP. This should be done, this should not be done. This is a CBS system, entrance examination, So many things are being debated, and sometimes there are confusions in the university, especially state universities. So it was a good initiative by the UGC that you select the vice chancellors of central university who are supposed to know better about adoption of new education policy parameters, including this. Professor Annapurna Nautiyal beautifully explained how including entrance tests and what are the benefits, what are the issues we are facing, and I think no one could have done better than her. I would be happy if I can have her sometime physically in our campus. This is Gorakhnath land. The Gorakh temple is there, famous for that, and Ayodhya is here near 1.5 hour drive. Ayodhya is there, and in fact, I am giving you an invitation because we are going to organize one conclave, Buddha, Gorakhnath, and Kabir conclave in November. And if I can invite you physically, you can come. So that there will be international gathering here. Nevertheless, so I don't have much thing to add, especially about central university entrance test. This is common. This is being common university entrance test, CUET. But certainly, it is a very welcome step by HR, Education Ministry and UGC, because you are bringing all the student at a platform. I will not name the university. I remember I was an executive council member of some of the central university in South. So when I went first time there, I saw they were all speaking in local language, even their communication, even major lectures. And so I was slightly taken away. I requested Vice Chancellor, it's a central university. It should have a central university reflection. And we must have everything in English, Hindi, as well as local language should be there. But even the conducting to the EC member in local language was slightly, and this test is certainly going to give you a platform, and all the students can apply and can choose the university of their choice. But it is certainly very challenging also. Challenging. Gorakhpur University did not participate. But next year, because we have already announced our entrance. So we are going with our own entrance. But next time we'll like to participate, some of it, we'll understand. One of the best entrance test we are having is the IITs. Why it is good, you know? Why it is good? Because IIT, around 8 to 10 lakh student applies. And out of that, 8 to 10 lakh student, only 0.5 to 2.5, variation in different subject for 23,000 seats. They are qualifying. So the test make very talented student get into it. And we expect that similar platform will be created with this common entrance test, common university entrance test, because you know, Indian education system, Indian education, Chinese education, American education are in a competition how to attract the best students in the world. So this is something very good thing has happened, and we have to nurture it well. But I think around 25,000, 30,000 seats should be there if you combine all. Like Gorakhpur University is conducting their own test because we have 7,000 seats, and for 7,000 seats, around 1 lakh students apply. Around 1 lakh students apply. So those things are happening. Similar thing is like BHU. BHU has same 8,000 to 9,000 seats, and 1.5 lakhs to 1.75 lakhs, 1 to 2 lakh students apply. And for Delhi University, there are more students are applying. can we make this platform very, very attractive? Can we make this? थोड़ा रिक्वेस्ट कर लीजिए, अपना म्यूट कर लें जो भी है इसमें।
फोन ज्वाइन किया है तुरंत
रिमूव कर दिया गया सर।
ओके
म्यूट कर लें। So these are the challenges. Professor Nautiyal said around 2 lakh students has applied. It's a good beginning. 2 lakh students are applying, but more, I think at least 10 lakh students should apply for this platform, and all students should have the same seat. When I talk about education today, I always talk, especially new education policy. New education policy is a one step ahead for internationalization of Indian education. And we have to understand this international culture, international behavior of students. Why? And those things have to be evaluated and should be linked with the economy. You know, our student, literally 4 to 5 lakh students, every year are joining American and European universities. They are not joining just because they feel they are good university, but they are taking foreign exchange. Literally 65,000 crores of foreign exchange are going to be added by American universities. Why? Because can be 65,000 crore is quite a money. Our higher education budget of Government of India is this time, it was 40,000 crore. Earlier, last year, it was 35,000 crore. So literally just double of our budget, our students are taking this money and they are going for those universities. So we have to see these things. So when we talk about how to make our student global, how to improve our international ranking, it is not only to talk of national ranking, how to improve our international ranking. So those are the agenda we have to address, and these certainly this is one step nearer to internationalization of education. How many international students we attract? We attract only 40,000 to 45,000 international students, and most of these students are coming. They are joining because we are offering fellowship for this SAARC African country. So this is the scenario. And I tell you, Indian and Chinese student, they are funding American universities. They are everywhere they are, because they are. So those scenario has to be understood. I'm not going to speak much today because I still have Madam said so many things. We have to follow those things. Certainly diversity in education is very, very important. How we are going to handle different streams of students. There are science streams, there are arts, commerce streams, and there are art streams. How they will be handled in this thing, that has to be seen. And how these, even we should come with the ranking of the colleges in these universities, comparative ranking. If which college, commerce college is the best college, and which university, and that option should also be available with the students. And this is the area we have. This is the area we have to work with. I was just discussing because I wish I can have some meeting with UGC chairman. Much more lecture on national education policies are needed. I just want to share, my controller of examination was sitting with me before I started this lecture. So I was asking why you are delaying the results for first and second semester. So he said, sir, there is a small issue, small problem. What is that problem? Sir, he asked me whether I should include co-curricular activity as a credit course or non-credit course. So I asked you what we have approved in our academic council. He said we have approved in academic council, it is a credit course. But now there is one circular from government which says the vocational courses and co-curricular courses should be non-credit. So what I want to say, these small issues are occurring in days-to-day problem. Which course should fall in this minor elective? Which course should fall major? And how we combine the two majors, and how we combine the majors and minors, and what can be the maximum credit hours we should offer, because we should not look this national education policy platform a platform just to Indianize the education. I say it internationalize the education. When we prepare a course curriculum, we must ensure what is the best college, what is the best university in the world offering the courses. And we have to make our courses accordingly. If we have to compete, or we have to attract the best global student, best student to your college. Accordingly, if Gorakhpur University or Delhi University offers MSc in physics around 75 credit to 90 credit, even BHU, their offerings more than 75 credit for 4 semester. This is true for other subject also. The best university in the world, Princeton University, offers only 32 credit hours for 4 semester, even sometimes less than 30 credit. They can offer a degree in 30 credit, MSc Physics, Princeton University, where Einstein was there, and other Indian universities offering so many credit. Studying so high number of credit or taking so much credit, it's nothing to boast about. It has to be standardized. These things has to be looked into. And sometimes I find even there are not very serious guidelines from even UGC. It is on the UGC website. Sometimes the masters and CBS system started. It's a 80 credit, 90 credit, heavily credited. If a PG level, if you go above 9 credit, PG level, if you go offer more than 9 credit in a semester, it's called heavy. It's a top, and it is, but we are offering 25 credits. So this is the opportunity. New education policy offers an opportunity to rationalize these things. And every vice chancellor has a role. Every vice chancellor, every dean has a role. Every professor has a role. I objected when these courses were made. There was a committee in the secretariat in higher education, government of UP. They were making the courses, combined courses, and they were saying that 80%, 70% common courses will be there in all the universities. I objected. I wrote a letter to higher education minister and additional chief secretary higher education. Means why you can stop? How can you compare one new university and 170-year-old university who is rich in particular course? The making of the course is a privilege of a university. Is a highly academic job. It has to be done by your board of study, departmental board of study. If the department is rich, they will make more rich courses. And universities are known for their courses. Princeton is known for science. Harvard is known for law and management. Similarly, Strand is known for commerce. Like that, your universities are known for your courses. So, but this opportunity is in NEP agenda number 12.2. They allow you to make your own courses. But there is no messages there about how to execute the NEP. So this is a very good beginning for different parameter. This platform has been started. I really appreciate, and I really appreciate our HRDC, particularly Dr. Rajnikant Pandeyji, who made, because yesterday I was sitting in some program, so I could not be connected, but I am also learning. Professor Nautiyal told some of the issues which I did not know. That will help us. So it's a very good platform the UGC has created, and try to connect as many as possible people here. I'm seeing that there is only 100 people are connected with this program. I request to make this group more broader. All colleges, at least we have 350 colleges. So at least one from one college should be connected. And a speaker like Professor Notial are here with a very knowledge and a lot of information, and that should go to the masses. And that was the idea to start with. So thank you so much for providing me this thing. Thank you, madam, especially Professor Anpurna Notial, madam, for her patience hearing. I really admire you to be here. For all vice chancellors are busy. I know our Central University vice chancellors are more busy. I know, but we are thankful to you for your kind gesture, for being with us and sharing your thoughts and listening to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a really very enlightening address related to CUET. And I would like to, sir, tell you that we have actually the Zoom platform which allows only 100 participants, and the rest of the participants are watching it online. Actually, we have actually live streamed it on YouTube. So that is going, more than 250 participants are there in this workshop. They are attending it, and due to this like technical problem, like we cannot allow more than 100 participants to join it, and that is why the number 100 is showing. And I would like to tell my guest speaker of today that our vice chancellor, academically and curriculum wise, made the university so vibrant that every time we are busy in framing and making and designing the courses in conformity with the bigger universities. And we have done it. We have started 63 new courses, and at UG level, and now we have started PG level also, that we have given plenty of minor courses so that the other students may opt from any kind of disciplines. So this was possible under the guidance of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is very well versed in this field. Thank you very much, sir. Over to you, Dr. Chhaya.
Yeah, actually, 1 minute, I was listening to Professor Rajesh Singh, and I could very well feel and understood that he has a deep knowledge of NEP, and he has read the document very carefully, and that's how he has been guiding you in a very good direction. So we need vice chancellors like Professor Singh and other also to follow. And because this is a problem with particularly with the state universities, that the vice chancellors, sometimes they don't understand their responsibility. But you are lucky that you have got such a knowledgeable vice chancellor who is giving you such direction to adopt the NEP in a right way, and also to take the university forward, because he has given so many examples. And so I must congratulate all of you for having such a knowledgeable vice chancellor with you. And there is a quote which says that a country is never destroyed by a bomb. The country can again come up, but it is destroyed by the quality of its education. So it's test of our education, that the NEP allows us to take up to the great leap or not. It will depend on us and the vice chancellors like you have. So my thanks to you also, and my best wishes to you once again for inviting me, and thanks to
ma'am, we are very glad to share with you that under the able leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, our university is the first university to introduce the syllabus in conformity with NEP at UG level.
Very nice.
And we have started it, and we are declaring the results actually.
Very nice.
Thank you, madam, for your kind words. Probably I have been in company like a knowledgeable vice chancellor like you. So I make it a point.
It will become a mutual admiration club. That
I make a point to listen to people like you and try to be in company of you. That makes things hopefully we'll make this NEP system.
Sure,
work.
sure, sure.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
Thank you.
Over to you, Dr. Chaya.
Thank you, sir. I now request our co-coordinator, Dr. Manish Pandey, sir, to kindly extend the formal vote of thanks for our eminent esteemed guests of the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट कमीशन के डायरेक्शन और गाइडलाइन में आयोजित इस ऑनलाइन वर्कशॉप NEP 2020 पर के आज के सत्र की अध्यक्षता कर रहे हमारे दीनदयाल उपाध्याय गोरखपुर विश्वविद्यालय के यशस्वी कुलपति प्रोफेसर राजेश सिंह सर के प्रति मैं UGC-HRD सेंटर की तरफ से आभार प्रकट करता हूं कि सर आपने अपना अमूल्य समय हम सभी को प्रदान किया। ये कार्यक्रम पूरी तरीके से आपके मार्गदर्शन, आपकी अनुमति और आपके दिशा निर्देश में ही संभव हो पा रहा है। इसके प्रति मैं आभार प्रकट करता हूं। सर, इस वर्कशॉप में न सिर्फ गोरखपुर विश्वविद्यालय और उससे संबद्ध कॉलेजों के शिक्षक बल्कि दूसरे तमाम राज्यों के टीचर्स भी जुड़े हुए हैं और NEP के प्रॉपर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के लिए दीनदयाल उपाध्याय गोरखपुर विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति के रूप में आप लगातार प्रयास कर रहे हैं, लगातार मार्गदर्शन कर रहे हैं, जिससे गोरखपुर विश्वविद्यालय NEP के प्रॉपर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में एक मॉडल के रूप में स्थापित हो सके। हम सभी आपके प्रति आभारी हैं कि आपका मार्गदर्शन और आपका स्नेह हम सभी को बराबर निरंतर मिल रहा है। थैंक यू सो मच सर। इस आज के कार्यक्रम के में मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में उपस्थित हेमवती नंदन बहुगुणा गढ़वाल यूनिवर्सिटी गढ़वाल, उत्तराखंड की ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर प्रोफेसर अन्नपूर्णा नौटियाल मैम, जिनका उद्बोधन ज्ञानवर्धन के साथ साथ स्नेहपूर्ण भी रहा, मैं आपके प्रति आभार प्रकट करता हूं कि मैम आपने अपना समय गोरखपुर विश्वविद्यालय के UGC-HRD सेंटर को प्रदान किया और आपके उद्बोधन से CUET के तमाम पक्षों पर प्रकाश पड़ा, जिससे हमारे तमाम राज्यों से जुड़े शिक्षक लाभान्वित हुए। मैं आपके प्रति भी आभार प्रकट करता हूं। मैं धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूं UGC-HRD सेंटर के ऑनरेबल डायरेक्टर सिद्धार्थ विश्वविद्यालय के पूर्व कुलपति प्रोफेसर रजनीकांत पांडे सर के प्रति, जिनकी सहजता और सरलता और उनके प्रयास से ये कार्यक्रम आज दूसरा ऑनलाइन वर्कशॉप संपन्न हो रहा है। इसके साथ ही मैं धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूं अंग्रेजी विभाग के अध्यक्ष एवं इस ऑनलाइन वर्कशॉप के कन्वीनर प्रोफेसर अजय कुमार शुक्ला के सर के प्रति, जिनको इस विश्वविद्यालय में हम सभी लोग एक अपने मॉडल के रूप में जानते हैं। उनकी एक अलग कार्यशैली है और काफी एनर्जेटिक ढंग से काम करने के लिए जाने जाते हैं। सर, मैं आपके प्रति भी आभार प्रकट करता हूं कि आपके समन्वय में हम सभी लोग इस वर्कशॉप को संपन्न बनाने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू सो मच सर। इसके साथ ही मैं देश के विभिन्न राज्यों से जुड़े हुए सभी प्रतिभागियों के प्रति आभार प्रकट करता हूं, क्योंकि कार्यक्रम की संपन्नता और कार्यक्रम का संपादन तभी सुचारू रूप से संभव हो पाता है जब इसकी प्रतिभागिता सुनिश्चित हो। मैं आप सभी प्रतिभागियों के प्रति भी आभार प्रकट करता हूं। इसके अलावा UGC-HRDC के स्टाफ और मीडिया के बंधुओं के प्रति भी मैं आभार प्रकट करता हूं, जिनके माध्यम से यह कार्यक्रम आम लोगों तक प्रसारित हो रहा है। अंत में इस कार्यक्रम से जुड़े सभी के प्रति मैं आभार प्रकट करता हूं UGC-HRD सेंटर DDU गोरखपुर यूनिवर्सिटी गोरखपुर की तरफ से कि आज द्वितीय कार्यशाला संपन्न हुई। थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू ऑल।
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू फॉर दैट।
अब जो है
यस सर।
सर
सर की अनुमति हो तो कार्यक्रम को आप संपन्न किया जाए।
हाँ, कार्यक्रम को एंड करिए। सभी के प्रति धन्यवाद।
ओके, थैंक यू।